The secret code of unstoppable people, how to never give up again. What separates those who achieve extraordinary things from those who give up at the first sign of resistance? The answer lies not in talent, luck, or circumstances, but in mindset. Picture this: two people start the same business. Same money, same market, same opportunities. One becomes wildly successful. The other quits after 6 months. What's the difference? It's not talent. It's not luck. It's not even hard work. It's something much more powerful, and you can learn it today. Unstoppable people possess a unique mental framework that transforms obstacles into stepping stones and setbacks into setups for comebacks. At the heart of this mindset is what we call the "I will until" mentality. A relentless commitment that persists regardless of external conditions. This isn't about blind stubbornness or toxic positivity, it's about developing a sophisticated psychological toolkit that enables sustained action toward meaningful goals. It's the secret weapon that separates winners from quitters, and it's about to change your life forever. Understanding resilience. Resilience isn't about bouncing back to where you were. It's about bouncing forward to where you need to be. True resilience involves 3 core components. Flexible thinking, the ability to reframe challenges as opportunities and adapt your thinking when circumstances change. Unstoppable people don't just endure hardship, they extract value from it. When Elon Musk's rockets exploded, he didn't see failure, he saw expensive lessons bringing him closer to Mars. When life punches you, ask, what can this teach me? Every setback becomes a setup for a comeback. Emotional control, managing your emotional responses so they fuel rather than derail your progress. This means experiencing negative emotions fully while maintaining the capacity for strategic action. Here's a game-changing secret from Dr. Susan David's research: simply naming your emotions reduces their power over you. Instead of "I'm scared," try "I notice I'm feeling scared, but I can act anyway." This simple shift transfers the control back to you. Identity resilience, maintaining a core sense of self that isn't dependent on external validation or temporary setbacks. Your identity becomes anchored in your values and commitment to growth rather than your current circumstances. Your worth isn't determined by your wins or losses. It's built on your values and your commitment to grow. When you know who you are at your core, temporary failures can't touch your confidence. Building your resilience foundation. Start by conducting a resilience audit of your current life. Identify areas where you typically fold under pressure and areas where you naturally persist. Look for patterns in your responses to adversity. Do you see failures as catastrophe? Do you personalize failures? Do you view setbacks as permanent rather than temporary? The most resilient people practice stress inoculation. This is deliberately exposing themselves to manageable challenges that build their capacity to handle larger ones. This might mean you taking cold showers, engaging in difficult conversations you've been avoiding, or tackling projects slightly beyond your current skill level. Understanding the persistence paradox. Here's what most people get wrong about persistence: they think it's about grinding through with sheer willpower. In reality, sustainable persistence requires strategic energy management and psychological sophistication. Unstoppable people understand that persistence isn't linear. They expect setbacks, plan for obstacles, and build recovery mechanisms into their approach. They don't persist despite difficulty, they persist through strategic engagement with difficulty. The 3 pillars of strategic persistence. Pillar 1, purpose-driven action. Your why must be deeper than your obstacles are high. Unstoppable people connect their daily actions to larger meanings and values. They're not just trying to achieve something, they're expressing who they are through their pursuit. Pillar 2, process orientation. Instead of being outcome dependent, focus on process excellence. Control what you can control, such as your effort, your approach, your learning, and let the results follow. When you nail your process, results take care of themselves. Pillar 3, progressive overload. Just as muscles grow stronger under increasing resistance, your persistence capacity grows stronger when you systematically challenge it. Gradually increase the difficulty of what you're willing to tackle. Yesterday's impossible becomes today's warm-up. Each challenge prepares you for bigger ones. The "I will until" mentality explained. The "I will until" mentality isn't about mantras or affirmations. It's a decision-making framework that creates unstoppable momentum. Here's how it works. "I will" represents unwavering commitment to action. Not "I'll try," or "I hope to," or "maybe I can," but "I will." This is a declaration that removes negotiation with yourself. "Until" represents the temporal commitment that transcends temporary feelings. It acknowledges that success often comes after the point where most people quit. The "until" creates a psychological contract with your future self. The 4 dimensions of "I will until." Dimension 1, clarity of commitment. Be specific about what you're committing to. "I will until" requires crystal clear definition of both the action and the endpoint. Vague commitments create vague results. "I will exercise until I'm fit" is weak. "I will walk 30 minutes daily until I can run a 5 kilometers without stopping" is unstoppable. Dimension 2, separate feelings from actions. Your commitment exists independently of how you feel in any given moment. Unstoppable people act based on their commitments, not their moods. Dimension 3, make it who you are. When "I will until" becomes "this is who I am," the behavior becomes automatic. You're not someone trying to get fit, you're a fit person who exercises. The behavior becomes sustainable. Dimension 4, systematic problem solving. Every obstacle becomes a puzzle to solve rather than a reason to quit. The "until" mindset automatically triggers creative problem solving rather than emotional breakdown. Daily practices for building unstoppable mindset. Morning commitment ritual. Start each day by stating your "I will until" commitment out loud. This isn't wishful thinking, it's programming your subconscious for the challenges ahead. Evening review process. End each day by reviewing your day. What challenged my commitment today? How did I respond? What can I learn? This builds your problem-solving muscles. Obstacle anticipation planning. Spend time each week identifying potential obstacles to your goals and developing specific response strategies. When obstacles arise, you'll have pre-made decisions rather than having to make them under stress. The power of micro-commitments. Build your "I will until" muscle through small, daily commitments that you absolutely will not break. This might be making your bed every morning, exercising for 10 minutes daily, or reading for 15 minutes before bed. The size doesn't matter. The integrity does. Environmental design. Design your environment to support your unstoppable mindset. Remove things that could hinder or make your unstoppable mindset difficult to achieve. Make it easier to do right and harder to do wrong. Want to eat healthy? Put fruits on the counter and hide the cookies. Your environment should reinforce your identity as someone who follows through. The 4 killers of unstoppable mindset. The perfectionism trap. Perfectionism pretends to be excellence but actually creates paralysis. Unstoppable people prioritize progress over perfection and understand that done is better than perfect. Progress beats perfection every time. The comparison trap. Comparing your behind the scenes to others' highlight reels destroys motivation. Focus on your own growth trajectory and celebrate personal progress. Your only competition is who you were yesterday. The validation addiction. Needing others' approval to continue makes you stoppable. Build your own internal validation systems based on your own standards and values, not others' opinions. The comfort zone quicksand. Your comfort zone feels safe, but it's actually dangerous. It's where dreams go to die. Regularly do something that makes you slightly uncomfortable. The failure secret that changes everything. Here's what unstoppable people know that others don't. Failure isn't the opposite of success, it's the raw material of success. Unstoppable people don't fail less. They just think about failure differently. Each setback becomes data for improvement rather than evidence of inadequacy. They keep a failure resume, a list of their mistakes and the lessons learned. When something goes wrong, ask, what does this teach me? How can I use this? What would I do differently next time? Advanced psychological techniques. Visualization with obstacle integration. Don't just visualize success, visualize overcoming specific obstacles. Mental rehearsal of handling challenges builds confidence and reduces the shock when they actually occur. When real challenges come, you'll feel like you've been there before. The observer technique. Master the ability to feel difficult emotions without being controlled by them. Practice the observer self technique. Step back and observe your emotional states like a scientist studying an interesting specimen without immediately reacting to them. This creates distance between you and your feelings, giving you back control. The commitment trap. Use pre-commitment devices that make it harder to quit when motivation wanes. Make it harder to quit than to continue. This might involve public commitments, financial stakes, or accountability partners. Design your life so following through is easier than giving up. Creating your personal unstoppable system. Create systems that make following through easier than giving up. This includes: track your progress regularly. Schedule regular check-ins with yourself. Create support systems and accountability structures. Plan rewards for milestone achievements. Have a comeback plan for bad days. Craft a personal identity statement that captures who you are when you're operating at your highest level. This becomes your North Star during difficult moments. Avoiding burnout while staying unstoppable. Being unstoppable doesn't mean never resting. It means being strategic about intensity. Champions train hard and recover hard. Build rest into your plan. Celebrate victories. Keep perspective on what truly matters. Your unstoppable mindset must evolve as you grow. Regularly reassess your commitments, update your strategies, and ensure your goals still align with your values and vision. Conclusion. Your unstoppable journey starts right now. You don't need to become superhuman. You just need to become the best human version of yourself. The "I will until" mindset isn't a destination. It's how you travel through life. Here's the truth that will set you free: you don't need to feel unstoppable to be unstoppable. You just need to act unstoppable until acting unstoppable becomes who you are. Every expert was once a beginner. Every champion was once a quitter who decided to try one more time. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, but it's completed by those who take the next step, and the next, and the next, until they arrive at their destination. Your commitment isn't to never fall down. Your commitment is to always get back up. I will until. Now it's your turn. Your future self is waiting for your answer. What will you commit to until? The unstoppable version of you is ready to be born. All you have to do is decide.